Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how to do a walk cycle animation in Maya. So the first thing you'll need is a character. You can use your own character or you can download this character. I'll leave a link down in the description. Or you can even go to Windows, Content Browser, go to Animation and then Rigs. And you can use one of these characters for your walk animation practice. Alright, so before we start animating, we actually need a reference. So let's go and download a reference. So you can either use a picture like this, or what I like to do is actually use an actual 3D model so we can look at it from all different sides. So a good website to get references from is Mixamo.com, and you can sign up for free. You just need to sign up with your email. So this is a good website to get references from. So you can first choose one of the characters. So looking at my model, it's a very stylized character. So I'm gonna try to pick something similar. So let's go with this character maybe. Use this character. So we have two different tabs. We have characters and we have animation. So right now it's in T-pose. Let's go to animation and let's search up for a walk cycle. So as you can see, there's so many different animations, and if you click on any of these, it will actually use this animation for your character. So I'm gonna search up a walk cycle, and you get different animations: walking, crouch walking, walking backwards, careful walking. So you can just choose any of these and go along with it. Maybe, let's see, maybe I'll choose this one because it seems funny to me. Okay, so first thing, you don't need it to walk in front, so let's click in place so it stays in the same place. It's 41 frames in here, so actually would prefer it if it was like a rounded number. So in overdrive, I'm just going to increase overdrive by a little bit. So overdrive is basically the speed. So if I increase the speed to maybe 100, it will make the animation faster and less frames. So I want like 40 frames, so I'm gonna lower this to maybe 52. So 39 frames, so this may be 51. Okay, now we have 40 frames. You don't need to do this, but I just like having a rounded number so it's easier to copy in Maya. So let's click download. So in format, you choose FBX. You want the skin, so if you select without skin, you'll only get the rig. So we also want the skin, and let's do 30 frames per second, and let's download. So after you download, you can just click and drag it into Maya, like so. And our character will be too big. So we get two things. We get the mesh and we get the rig. So I don't really need to see the rig, so I'm gonna do Ctrl H to hide the rig. And then I'm gonna group the rig and the mesh together. I'm gonna do Ctrl G to group them together. And then I'm just gonna scale it down to my character's size. So when doing the walk cycle animation, I like to have two views, the front view and also the side view. So we can click on here to have two sides showing up. So we have the front view, and we can click on the grid to be able to see the grid. And in here, let's select the side view. So let's go to panels, orthographic, and side. And let's actually move the reference to the side here, and maybe move it closer to our character. Okay, so if you remember, our characters has 40 frames. So in here, let's put no, frame number 1 in here, press enter, and then on here let's do 40. So 40 and press enter, and let's zoom out, so you can click on here and drag this all the way to the right so you can zoom out. So now we have from frame 1 to frame 40. And if we press play, so if you don't want to have this warning, you can just disable caching, and let's press play. So our character will be, the reference will be too fast, so right click on the timeline, go to playback speed, and let's do real time. And now our character will be played in real time. And since we chose 30 frames per second in the download settings, let's make sure we're also at a 30 frame per second workplace in here. Okay, and notice how when we changed it to 30 frames per second, this also changed to 50. Let's put it back to 40, and we should be good to go. So first, let's adjust the front view of our character. So this is the character reference. You can hold Shift and click the plus icon to expand all the different joints. Okay, so first let's tilt our arms down. So let's click on this joint. And by the way, before you start animating, it's always a good idea to save a separate Maya file in case you mess this one up. You should always save different copies. So look at this. I saved so many copies just in case something goes down, it doesn't save well, it crashes. So it's always a good idea to save different copies. So I'm going to click on this joint and then I'm going to move it down. Maybe let's do minus 45 degrees. And same thing here. Let's click on this joint, move it down to maybe 45 degrees as well. And the legs should also be tilted slightly, so maybe minus 5 in here and 5 in here. So frame 1 and frame 40 are contact poses, so is frame 20. So we will go to frame 10, which is where the character starts moving. So I'm gonna click on this joint, and before I put a keyframe on frame 10, we need to go back to frame 1 and press S to keyframe this pose, and it will only keyframe this joint. It won't keyframe the other ones because we haven't selected the other ones. So let's go to frame 10 and let's look at our reference. So this leg will be moving here. So maybe minus 45 degrees. And on the other leg, it will be the opposite, so it will be 45 degrees. And then don't forget to press S after you do some movements. So now I'm just going to speed up my animating process because you probably don't want to see me animating for 20 minutes. I'm just animating my character according to my reference and pressing S to keyframe the animation after each pose. And I think this is our animation done. So this is how it looks like from the front view, and this is how it looks like from the side view. So frame 1, frame 20, and frame 40 are basically the same pose, and then on frame 10 I have this pose, and then on frame 30 is the opposite, it's this pose. So again I have frame 1, frame 10, frame 20, frame 30, and frame 40. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!